My cable management for my standing desk looks absolutely atrocious, so we're gonna go from this to this. To, it was just working. To this. Welcome back. I think the first step is a pretty obvious step. We're gonna need to clean off the entire desk so we can start from scratch. So let's go ahead and get that. This is gonna be my workout for the day. Woo. Keep that in. I think that's the first time I ever cleaned under my desk mat, and it's disgusting. I'm nasty. Phase 1 is looking good. The desk is all cleaned off, but come on now. This is what we got to cable manage and organize and figure out how to make pretty and invisible. How fun. All right, hopefully I remember where all this stuff goes because there's a lot of stuff. All right, to manage all these cables, I picked up a few different products from Amazon. They're super cheap, relatively speaking. You can get all of this for under $100, and I'll leave all the links below. You already know. The first thing I got is a surge protector power outlet so I can plug things into it, and added benefit,
be protected from surges.
I like this one because it has a lot of real estate, so I can add some adhesive tape and just kind of stick it up there. But speaking of adhesive tape, this is the one I went with. It is Gorilla double-sided mounting tape, and it's rated up to 30 pounds. So that should get the job done for these cables because they're not 30 pounds. After that, I picked up some raceway strips. These ones are pretty thin, but they should be able to get the job done. I'm just gonna put my cables in here and then route them all the way back there. You know how it goes. And lastly, I got an assortment of zip ties, cable anchors, and a bunch of cable mounting clips. I was about to get started, but I realized I had a problem. Some of the cables that I have, they're not long enough to reach every corner of my desk, so I have to be really smart about where I place this guy. This is the Anchor docking station, and literally all of my cables go into this thing. So I have to be smart about where I want this, and I think right here is good, but this also needs to be able to reach to the outlet, so I still need to figure out where I want to put that. Let's draw it out real quick. So this is my desk. Try that again. Okay, so this is my desk. For the Anchor docking station, I think I'm gonna put it in the back left. And to give the cables going into the surge protector a little bit of room, I think it would be best if I put them over here. And that way the cables can go through a raceway here. So if your drawing skills are as bad as mine, the next best option is to just lay out everything where it belongs. So this is where all my stuff belongs, which makes it a lot easier to visualize. So then now I just need to go under and kind of tape everything and raceway it underneath, just like this. We're so smart here. Getting out of here is like the walk of shame. So silly. All right, let's see if this Gorilla tape is actually any good, but make sure to mount vertically instead of horizontally, because as we know from science, vertically is a lot stickier.
2 hours later.
Oh my God. Fort Knox. Smells terrible. I think 2 strips should do it. Get rid of the excess dirt. I'm kind of nervous about using the adhesive tape on the Anchor because this thing gets really hot when you're transferring a lot of files, and hopefully it doesn't melt the adhesive and then fall off. That would not be good because my whole entire system is essentially routed through this thing. But let's try it out anyway. And last but not least, let's do the monitor power brick. All right, we're moving, we're grooving. Everything is pre-taped up, and we're just gonna flip the table on its head and I'm just joking. We're just gonna. Ooh, all right, the packaging says to press and hold it for 60 seconds. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can hide the power strip right behind this bar, so when you're looking at it from the front, you can't see it, John Cena. You can't see me, my time is now. So the nice thing about this positioning is that when the cable is laying down, it should be hidden by this right leg. Wow. Now, if I map this out correctly, this should be the only exposed cable. Sometimes for these thicker cables, I just take a zip tie and I tie them off and then just cut off the excess. And that way, it's a little easier to manage the tidiness of the cables without having to rely on me twisting them up to the tightest of its ability. These little cable anchors, I'm not sure they're called that, but I'm gonna stick with it, are great for cleaning up slack like this. You just stick them to the top of the desk and then the cables just get sucked up. These cables need to go from this side of the desk to that side of the desk, so let's hide them in this little raceway right here. Not bad. Let's stick the power bank up. So things are looking pretty good under the desk, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself, so let's bring back some of the top side accessory. Let's bring back some of the top side things so we can make sure the wires are going where they need to be on top. One of the things that I picked up that I didn't think I would use are these cable sleeves. They just unroll and wrap into some cables, because I can't really hide the cables going from my camera to my system, but I can make them look neat by rolling them in these guys. Since it's still pretty visible, I'm just gonna wrap it to this pole. And this is the last raceway I'm gonna need to put on here to hide all of these cables going to my Anchor power station. We are very close to being done, but I still wanna make sure all the cables can flow into the monitor, so let's go get that real quick. I've used a ton of different monitors over the years for developing and video editing. This is by far the best monitor I ever used. Let me know if y'all want a review on it, and I'll definitely do it because everyone should know about this thing right here. The only thing that I was worried about was like the length of the HDMI, but it looks like it's gonna be right about perfect for reaching to the Anchor power station. I think I have everything plugged in properly, so in theory, one USB-C should make the monitor come on. Let's see what we got. And no, oh. Yeah! So one annoying thing with this setup is that every time I take out this USB-C port, it just falls. So I'm gonna set an anchor point right here so that it doesn't fall. Gravity. Unfortunately, my desk still does need electricity to work, but this wire doesn't have to be so ugly, so we're gonna tie it down real quick.
Get into this money like a paper route kid. Extra, extra, read all